All right, Shalom. This is your brother Shamak out of the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, or Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well and oversee his tabernacle of David. Shalom to our sincere brothers pushing teachings truth across the four corners of the earth. And shalom to our sincere believers out there. Okay, here with a topic concerning the book of life. Okay, concerning the book of life, man, and who's written in that book of life. All right, ultimately, of course, the genuine believers, of sincere believers in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, who happen to be Israelites, who happen to be the elect of Israel. Okay, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Israel, which equal up to 144,000. Okay, in the great multitude of believers, them and their families, man. All right, so just to get right into it, with Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, and it reads, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people." And who are the children of thy people? The Israelites. Okay, this is who this book is for. This is who the law, statutes, commandments of the Holy Bible is for. Okay, and this is who it is for to believe. All right, continuing on, it says, "And there shall be a time of trouble." Hey, we're coming into that time of trouble. Okay, you see the Maxine's coming. You see the shutdown, the coming soon shutdowns coming. All right, World War III is going to happen. All right, the microchip is going to be implemented. It's going to bring a great havoc onto the people. There's going to be rebellion going on, with race riot, more riots going on. Okay, rebelliousness against the government. All right, we're in the time of trouble. All right, so continuing on, it says, "Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." Okay, and it's that book of life. All right, so in that book of life, man, you're what you're going through right now, your path of your journey is already being written down. That's something exciting to meditate on, man. Because once you deliver, you're going to be able to look back and be like, damn, he was in the Babylon the Great, which is AKA America, okay, in the city of Atlanta, in the city of Dallas, in the city of New York, in the city of DC. All right, he was believing, he was teaching, he was praying to Yahweh Shai Shai. He was going through this and that, but he kept the faith. All right, you're going to be found, sincere listeners to this video, found you're going to be delivered, man. All right, everyone that's found written in the book. Okay, and one thing I like to mention to myself is the numbers in population. It's about close to 8 billion people on Earth today, 300 million in America. Okay, but how many in the world and in your city, in the city that you dwell in, are believing in Yahweh Bashim Shai, actually doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Shai, are actually upholding the high holy days of Yahweh Bashim Shai? How many people are doing these things, man? We just got to keep the faith in the time of trouble. Keep the faith, endure to the end to be saved, as Matthew chapter 24, verse 13 speaks about. All right? Continuing on, it says, "And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting shame, and some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt." All right? So in the kingdom of heaven, when those individuals are being reincarnated, or even those getting judged, when the Lord can wake those spirits up again and judge them again, man. You know, because the scriptures say, Revelation chapter 1 verse 7, that every eye shall see. All right, but even in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to have that everlasting contempt. Why? Because you're going to remember that you were wicked, that you didn't never consider the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai. You talk shit about the men of the Lord. You're going to have that on your conscience forever and ever, man. Because we're not going to die in the kingdom of heaven. Pertaining to Revelation chapter 21 verse 4, it's not going to be no more death, no more pain, but that contempt is going to be in your conscience. You're going to have that regret, man. You're going to have to live with that forever, and that's going to be painful. You know, you may not understand that right now, but that's going to be painful in the kingdom of heaven for you, man. All right, you're going to have that shame. Okay, verse 3, "And they that be wise shall shine as brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever." All right. Let me also get in the New Testament, John chapter 5, because the Lord is about to wake individuals up to get judged again, man. You know, this is John chapter 5. Let's get start at 27. Get straight to the point. John chapter 5 verse 27. It reads, "And have given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the son of the man." Slaki, because he is the son of man. The son of man true name is Yahweh Shai, man. All right, verse 8, "Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming." in the which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice. So those that are dead right now, man, you're gonna hear Yahweh Shai's voice, man. Verse 29. It shall come forth they that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation. Okay? So not reincarnation, but resurrection. Reincarnation is just to give a simple and plain definition, is basically a new body but same spirit. But resurrection is a same body and same spirit. Okay? All right, so you're going to be resurrected unto life. Those that truly believe and that die in the truth, that strive for the truth unto death. All right, but those that have done evil, you're going to resurrect. You're going to wake up out those graves and get judged again, man. All right, that's something fearful. So don't think you escape. Those that died now escape judgment or escape Yahweh Shai's wrath. All right, because Yahweh Shai is coming back. All right. Don't even think that, man. These are heavy scriptures that spoke about in John chapter 5. All right, those in the grave, you're going to hear his voice. He's going to resurrect you to life. Those that that been faithful, that sincerely believe and genuinely believe in Yahweh Shai Shai, okay, and those that are going to resurrect to damnation. All right, resurrecting in that same body, in that same spirit, okay, as Yahweh Shai did, okay, and then some are going to resurrect in that same body, that same spirit, into damnation. But through reincarnation, you're going to live with that everlasting contempt. All right, because you weren't found written in the book of life. But let's get that Revelation chapter 3. Let's get the book of life. This Revelation chapter 3, verse 5. All right, and it reads, "He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment." All right, white clothing in white symbolizing purity. That's why the so-called white man, self-proclaimed white man, and that's why he wants the people to call him white people. But he's ultimately red all over like a hairy garment, man. That's Esau Edom according to the Bible. All right, he's not white. Okay, the elect are truly white, man. But continuing on, it says, "And I would not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels." See, he's going to confess your name. If you're a sincere, genuine believer, man, best believe that your name is written in the book of life, man. You got to believe that. You have to believe that, man. And you're going to be reading. You're going to be telling in the kingdom of heaven, man, you're going to be telling your kids about your name. They're going to read about you, man. Especially if you are the elect, man. They're going to read about you. Yahweh is confessing our names to the Father Yahweh in the angels. That's what he's doing right now as we speak. That's happening right now in the heavens, man. Okay? But those that are not written in the book of life, man, death unto you, destruction unto you. All right, Yahweh Shai is not a respecter of persons, man. He don't give a damn if in your spirit you feel like you was a good person. If you weren't following the law, statutes, commandments, you weren't a help to a prophet, you wasn't a follower, a sincere believer in some type of way, you're going to be done. You're done. All right, you're not written in the book of life. It wasn't predestined. All right. And speaking of predestined, before I read that, let me get Jeremiah chapter 1. Because this will show how special, this calling of ours is, man. Jeremiah chapter 5, it's like Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. It reads, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." See, before we were even in the womb, he knew us, man. Yahweh Shai Shai knew us, man. We were already written in the book of life. We were already written to be delivered, While we was in the womb, before we came out of the womb, he cleansed us, man. And ordained, it was predestined for us to be prophesying right now, to be a believer, to be a man of the Lord unto the nations, man. It was already meant to happen. It wasn't no stopping it. It was guaranteed to happen, man. Predestined. It was part of prophecy. The book of life is prophecy. The elect of prophecy. This is all what we're living in now is prophecy, man. It's all prophecy, man. All right, and we're saying it before it happens. Okay, but just to get back to that Revelation chapter 20, verse 15, it reads. I get verse 14. Start at verse 14. It says, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life were cast into the lake of fire." And that fire is going to come through thermonuclear missiles through World War III. All right. getting burnt up by a thermonuclear missile, man. And he, of course, along with other plagues of famine, okay, sword by the so-called white man coming in with martial law, okay, with draconian laws, guillotines, lynching people, all right, however it may be, okay, dying of starvation, of course, dying of deadly diseases with pestilence, all right, dying of animals with beasts of the earth, these wild beasts that the Lord is about to set up, all right, because you people are not found in the written book of life. You weren't found to believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You weren't meant to believe, all right, it was only meant for the elect, all right, it was only meant for the elect, man. So let's get that, Matthew chapter 24, okay. And Matthew chapter 24 goes into these times of trouble as well. All right, just to get to the point, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. And it reads, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the earth, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Who is that, man? That's Yahweh Shai. All right. He's coming in cloud. He's coming with chariots. Clouds is symbolizing chariots, man. From the skies, from the heavens, man. All right. He's coming back. Yahweh Shai is coming back. All right. He's coming back to get who? His elect. All right. Those genuine believers, those sincere believers in Him, Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right. That endured in a time of trouble. That endured through all those personal tests, or those personal trial runs in their lives, man. Well, whatever that may be. Okay. That's who Yahweh Shai is coming back to redeem. Okay. Verse 31. He shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. See? So basically from the four winds, from all across the world. Okay, he's going to be gathering his elect. Okay, that's going to the elect are going to have that high ranking governing body in the kingdom of heaven. All right, the elect are going to be basically your damn elites of today, your international bankers. You know what I'm saying? Under Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and King David, they're going to be ruling forever and ever. People are going to be afraid of the elect. People are going to praise the elect. We're going to be made famous. All right, if we be of those men, Lord willing, we are those men, you know. And if I can find it with Zephaniah chapter 3, I think it's verse 19. Yep, this is Zephaniah chapter 9. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 19, and it reads, "Behold, at that time where I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get thee praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame." See, that's the elect, man. This is the elect. Okay, verse 20. And at that time, when I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, we just brought out the scripture in Matthew chapter 24 that he's coming to gather his elect, the Son of Man, Yahweh Shai. He's coming to gather his elect, man. All right, the elect are written in the book of life. Their names are already written there. Their names are already stamped. All right, we're going to read about these names. We're going to read about these men. All right, the whole world is going to read about these men. Okay, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord. That's what's about to happen, man. Okay, so this book of life, this is prophecy. Book of life is prophecy, and it's really exciting and it's really encouraging, because if you believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, it's a great chance that you're written in the book of life, man. It's a great chance you're written in the book of life. So why not believe and expect to be delivered? All right. And with that, I want to end off by giving all the glory, infinite praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kagadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well and oversees Tabernacle of David. Believe, all right? Believe that you're in the book of life, man. Shalom.